Hey guys, Ron here. Today I'm on a street that I've been on several times before, and there's almost exclusively just Hollywood tour buses going by me because, except for this guy, here's another one. Star Trek, and I've seen him here before. There he goes. There she goes. King of rock and roll, that's right. They're talking about this street because so many people lived on this street. Um, Elvis lived on this street. Michael Jackson died in a house on this street. Today I'm going to be showing you a home that was owned by Burt Reynolds and Loni Anderson. Walt Disney lived on this street. Rod Stewart lived on this street. Um, Barbara Streisand lived on the street. Gregory Peck lived on this street. So it's a favorite. In fact, they sell star maps, actual physical star maps on the corner of Sunset and the street that turns into this one, Sunset Boulevard, the one which is right up where we're headed now. That's pretty. That'll tell you something. I didn't even know they still sold star, but she's here every day, selling star maps, and she sits right out in front of the house where Michael Jackson died, 100 Monteville. So, and we're coming up to that. So it's always interesting. It's always busy here. There's always tourists here. I have vlogged here before, and I have one on the Elvis house, which is here. This is just one of 3 houses that Elvis had in LA. I've vlogged all of them. This one's, this is the one that is least, what word am I looking for? Visible. You just can't see. It has these statues here that people like to take photographs of. This one's a little beat up. But this one's harder to see. You really can't see anything. The last time I was here though, yeah, you can really just, I did get to film a little bit of the front of the house because the landscaping guys, the owner came home, and the landscaping guys were out front working on some construction for her. And just as the tour bus went by, I was able to, at the same time, I was able to film it. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a few homes and see what you think. And I also realize I'm going to have to come back during the day. I've done some night shots, and you guys just aren't digging those night shots as much, even though I prefer it and it's easier and everything. I'm going to have to come back during the day and do them over again. And we'll see a little bit of the tennis court there at Elvis's old house, but not much. We're coming up to the house where Michael Jackson died. This is a house that Michael Jackson was renting, and supposedly only he and, I think, unless it's a big cover-up, which almost everything in Hollywood is, he and his doctor, Conrad Murray, I believe, were the only ones that were in the house at the time that Michael Jackson died. He was preparing for his big tour. Last time I was here, I showed a girl who was photographing things, the window of the room. Here comes two more. See, Elvis Presley. 2 more. This is what the residents deal with here. They deal with the vans going by constantly. It's a great business, you know. I mean, it's a great business because you constantly have people taking them. By the way, no, I have never taken one myself. All the research I do has been research on my own. Oh, there's another one. I'm doing my own vlog. What did he say? Does it really matter? Yes, it doesn't really matter. Well, now people are getting out of the car. Well, here's the gate. Like I said, last time I actually got in. Not got in, but I was able to see the front of the house. All right, let's pause for now. There's more tour vans coming up the street. Appears they're having some kind of party at the house where Michael Jackson died. That was many years ago, judging by the music. Come by in the winter. Definitely less crowded, especially during the week, but I had some time today. It unexpectedly came up, and today is a Saturday, and it's almost summer. Between spring and summer. So it's crowded. Okay, we're coming up to the house here. First time I might as well show you this, although it's in, I think, 2 other blogs, and I don't God. Okay, so this home here This home here is where Michael Jackson died. You can see the window up there. Let's see if I can get it. That's where supposedly, this is a garage here. Supposedly it was up that window there. That window above the garage supposedly is the master bedroom where Michael Jackson died, up in there. I happened to be here at this house. I was at work close by here in Beverly Hills. Heard Michael Jackson had died. I came here first. There's already tourists from all over the world here and the media out front. Then I went up to Havenhurst, which was the family home of Michael Jackson, where he had moved out of 20 years earlier, but the family still lived at. And in the valley, and I also have a vlog on that. And I went up to that house as well, and same thing. There was press from all over the world, and media and fans from all over the world had lined up and were already paying tribute. And that was the very day he died. Was that June 9th? June 8th? June 9th, 2009? Can't remember exactly. It was a big day here in Los Angeles. Okay, back in the flat. There's your star maps. And she does a pretty good business, actually. Okay, back. And interestingly enough, when I see tourists, come on, not yet. Dog is dragging me. When I see the tourists coming by here and, you know, going, not necessarily in the vans, but people that drive by in their rental cars or walk by, come on. They usually stop right there at the Michael Jackson, the Elvis house, which are almost across from each other, but they don't explore the rest of this street. And this street is unbelievable because this is some of the biggest land, biggest properties in the world. And I really want to go there. This has some of the biggest property in the world. This street. In fact, further up, I did a vlog a few months ago, a night vlog, but on the same street is where, I guess it's Conrad Hilton's home. Paris Hilton's grandfather just sold the home, and the broker, the real estate broker, was Rick Hilton, who sold the home of his father, and Rick Hilton is Paris Hilton's father. And he owns a real estate company called Hilton Highland here in Los Angeles. So they kept it all in the family. It's a nice commission to get from Dad, huh? Like $20 million commission from selling your dad's place. So, as I was saying, most people stop back there, but they shouldn't, because the real fun is up here. I would show you, and I did when they lived here. I used to drive by, because even then, somehow I was able to find out where Rod Stewart and Barbara Streisand lived further down the house, and Gregory Peck and all that. But and that was before the internet. But they're just hedges. I mean, at least the house we're going to see now, we'll see a gate. But I figured just showing you a hedge is not very interesting. This may be it. I think it is. All this jasmine. 245. Yeah, so this is, again, all we're seeing a gate. Let's see if we can see anything. This is where Loni Anderson and Burt Reynolds lived during their tumultuous marriage. The mailbox is open. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to close it for them because tampering with mail is a federal offense. And I certainly wouldn't want anybody touching my mail. Nice gate. I read, well, there's a couple of things. So, as you may know from an earlier vlog of mine when I did John Voight's house, I sat down, John Voight invited me when I saw him at a restaurant eating alone to sit down and talk with him for about 45 minutes. And I would have stayed longer, but I had a person and my dog waiting for me out front. If they weren't, I would have stayed longer. But anyway, they didn't even know I was talking to them. This is the home again. I'm showing you the walkway in. And when I met John Voight, we started talking. I started talking about Deliverance, the movie Deliverance, and Burt Reynolds. And he was very diplomatic. He said, well, Burt and I just went a different path in our lives, some kind of standard, generic answer, which was very diplomatic of him because John has prospered and never been really controversial. And Burt Reynolds, really, here's the next gate. Burt Reynolds has really had a controversial life in a lot of ways. He's the biggest star of the 70s, but also his marriage when he lived here with Loni Anderson. I mean, I read Burt's book. I read Loni Anderson's book, which she claims she wrote in response to Burt Reynolds' book. He claimed she was cheating all over the place the whole marriage and humiliating him. She'd lay out in a string bikini when the construction guys were there by the pool to flirt with them. I don't know what she claims, but I find it hard to believe that Burt Reynolds was monogamous, or any movie star, male for sure. And I question almost everybody that rich, famous, and powerful. But anyway, let's just say that as I say that, I'm reminded that Burt Reynolds said, and he regretted it later. Look at this gate. I got to show you across the way. The size of that gate. That gate, I'd say, is 15 feet tall. This home belongs to an artist who's done all these sculptures. It's going to be a $50 million house. I kid you not when I say $50 million house or more. And not just this one, but all of them. And the prices are the highest they've ever been in Southern California as I speak. So, but getting back to Burt and Loni, Burt regretted that later, he went on talk shows, he had a purple suit on, and I've seen the interview. I remember at the time, it's on all the tabloids, pre-internet, saying how he would take sodium pentothal, just truth serum, to prove that he did not mess around on Loni Anderson. Anyway, so they had a very bad breakup. They had the son, excuse me, Quentin, which I believe is adopted, and it was bad. It was really bad. It affected, I think, both of them, especially him, for years to come. I saw Loni Anderson once at the Polo Lounge at Beverly Hills Hotel. She was at a small birthday party. It wasn't hers, but a friend of hers. There was about 10 people sitting a seat away from me, and she was the only celebrity that I recognized at the table. I think she was alone. She didn't appear to be with a date, but she looked just like she looked on TV. So there you go. And as far as Burt Reynolds, I saw him in one of the interviews he did before he died, not too long before he died, and he said that his romantic regret was Sally Field, that he kind of wished he could make it right with Sally Field. She was a great lady. I'm sure she was gratified to hear that, since they had a real bad breakup too, according to his book anyway. Are any breakups good? All mine have been really, really, really bad. Some are really horrendous, some worse than others. I guess when you love somebody, it's not fun to break up. It hurts a lot. And it affects you the rest of your life. Sometimes the rest of your life. Anyway, I wax philosophically. See, it's mostly hedges. The homes are so large that they're just houses buried behind hedges. And there's a lot of homes. I wanted to do Madonna's Beverly Hills home that she had decades ago, but it's off Sunset Boulevard. It's behind it, but you have to sort of go to the other street and hope to see the back of it. In other words, they're smart. They buy a house that has a quarter-mile long driveway from Sunset Boulevard or somewhere else, so you can't even see the front of the house. It's smart when you want your privacy. Would make me feel like a prisoner, though, once I'm actually in that house. Now, there's a car out front, a Subaru. I hope he's leaving, because that may be the house I want to get in front of. Back in a flash. The house that I'm going to show you next, I actually saw one of my fellow vloggers who does kind of who's been doing what I do longer than I've been doing it. he was standing in front, and I guess he got too close to the entrance to the house because the voice, just like at the Playboy Mansion, the voice, former Playboy Mansion, the voice comes on, "Can I help you?" Basically, get the hell out of here. So I'm going to show you for a second, and then we're not going to get too close. But I'm going to show you one of the homes that Walt and Lillian Disney lived at. And if you want to live in style, you live here. Okay, we're coming up to the Walt Disney house. Very distinctive because of the statues, I guess you'd call them, out front. And the cones. It's the cones, they've got cones out there. Don't even think of parking here, damn it. So we're not going to get too close, like I say, because I'm sure the security probably spends half their day. "Can I help you? Get off the driveway." Because if you're on the driveway here at 355, you're technically trespassing. So they've got the distinctive statues. That's how we know it's Disney's house. Might have been put in before him. Security, see up the walk just a little bit in the gate. And that's about all we can see. All right, folks, I'm going to conclude this one there. There's so much in this area, and I don't want to do it all in one day. For one thing, it would be a 40-minute vlog, and you're not going to sit through that. So I'll do some more later. You want to turn around? Yeah, let's turn around. Good idea. Okay, and it's hot out too. Okay, folks, my name is Ron. Thank you very, very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks also for your support, those of you that have subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and please hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button. Then you'll get notifications as to when I post. And also, please give the channel likes. That's what I would appreciate most of all, because that really moves the channel ahead for me, and it gets traction, and people begin to know it's there and start watching. And comment in the comment section if you see fit. Okay, folks, I really appreciate it, and we'll see you at the next location. Let's close out on the house here. Bye-bye.